want to start out by announcing that we have created the Ryan Rendleman Photojournalism Scholarship. Four members of the School of Journalism faculty have started it off with a total gift of $2,000. I invite all of you to contribute as well. We hope to get to the $25,000 that's required to make it a perpetual scholarship in memory of Ryan. 2 weeks ago, I invited graduating seniors to come talk about what was right and what was wrong about the School of Journalism. I think we probably heard a little bit more what was wrong, but especially from Ryan. Ryan, in between bites of pizza, said this. He said, "Everything I learned in the School of Journalism, I learned at the DE." Now, I understood where he's coming from, but as the director of the School of Journalism, you don't exactly like someone to be saying that all those courses that you offered him were basically useless. But Ryan was able to say this in the way he often would say those kind of blunt things, and then have that grin that melted any feeling you might have about it, almost like an impish grin, I think. You know, Ryan also, I had Ryan in a class, and he had the habit of appearing a little bit tardy. And I really shouldn't say a little bit, as some of you know. I mean, it was more like, it wasn't minutes, it was more like portions of hours. And normally when a student shows up late like that, I'm really sort of irritated. But with Ryan, I was just happy that he had arrived, because he would just pump life. His just being there pumped life into a classroom. You know, we've been remembering things like this about Ryan for the last week, and in remembering them, I think we were able to comfort each other. But then I think in some ways remembering these things also makes it harder. The thing that most comforts me at this point is the way his friends and our colleagues all pulled together to help each other through this. I'll never forget the evening after we learned what had happened, standing in a circle with the other members of the journalism faculty and with Daily Egyptian students and staff members, and people were just sharing what they remembered about Ryan. You know, from the cold pizza to how he had read his Bible at breakfast. I've never seen a group of people help each other through a time like this in the way that we all sort of helped each other through, and I thank you all for helping me through it. So the two things that I really take away from last week are how much we all love Ryan and how important we are to each other. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Phil Greer, one of his professors.